Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy. We're here with part 2 of my top 40 sales of 2019 from eBay. This one's going to contain items number 20 all the way through to my number 1 sale of the year. Now, it was a fantastic year of sales. I've talked about it many times. I found a lot of really cool, unique, and fun items. And that's really what I'm trying to show here, is that there's so many different items out there that you can find and sell. A lot of them go for great money. Let's get started. Number 20. This is a Disney Town Square toy figures. These, I think, were issued through Sears. They came out in a series of a bunch of different figures. I think this lot had 7 different sets of the figures, which was the complete set except for the whole Town Square playset. So I bundled them all together. These were found at an estate sale. Now, I didn't make a ton on this sale. I paid $10 a set. So I paid $70 for everything and ended up going for $129.99 plus shipping. You can see an example of what one of the Town Square set figures look like up here. Number 19. This was a Pokemon blister pack. It's the kind that they sell at like Target and Walmart that are hanging in all the toy and game section. Had 2 or 3 different packs plus like a little Pokemon coin. I'll show an example up here. It's not the exact one because the one I found was pretty rare. This was bought at a local auction. I bought it in a box lot that had several different Pokemon items. This was just one of them. I actually didn't even know exactly how much it was worth at the time because I just knew that I was going to win this box for a certain price. I ended up winning the box for less than $10. So because this one was so rare, I listed it at auction. I don't do a lot of auctions, but when I find something unique that I think will get some bidder interest, I definitely do that. This ended up selling for $111.30. So that's a great flip on a sub $10 purchase. Number 18. This was in the sporting goods section of Goodwill. This is a Zenith football helmet, but it was from a college football or a high school football, like a bowl game type thing. Maybe it was a showcase. I think it was like the best from the South versus the North or East versus the West. I can't remember exactly. I'm just going to have to show a stock photo of what a Zenith football helmet looks like. But the technology of this helmet was incredible. I originally shot for the moon on this helmet. I had it out at $300. Had a lot of interest, had some lowball offers at first, slowly trickled the price down. After having it listed probably for a little bit over 6 months, I took an offer of $120 shipped. I think I paid $7.99 for the helmet. So to get $120 shipped, I was really happy. Number 17. This is a Star Wars miniatures game with a bunch of extra bonus figures. This was a Goodwill find. It was just in the game box. They had it priced, I can't remember if it was $17.99 or $19.99, so it was more than you usually pay for a board game, and I almost didn't buy it, but I opened it up and found that it was packed with extra minifigures. It almost had the complete set of minifigures from that year, so I bundled it all together, one sale, and this is another item that I had priced really high. I had it priced at $199.99. It was listed probably for 9 months, maybe even a year. I finally decided to revise some items. I repriced it at $139.99 and it sold the next day. Number 16. This was a set of GMC Brake Covers. They were red. They were in a hanging bag in a Goodwill. It was the only item I found in the store that day, but when it's a good item, I'm fine with just finding one item. Like I said, this was in a plastic bag hanging like in like the kitchen items. So it popped out for me because I saw the big GMC logo on the side of it and really had no idea what they were. It did have a part number on the inside, so I looked up that part number, saw they were brake covers. Now, comps for these sell for well over $200, but those are, even though that these were new and unused, they weren't what I would call brand new because they weren't in the packaging. They were being sold loose. So what I did is I hacked the price in half of what new sets were going for. I had it listed for $129.99. and it sold probably in about a month. Number 15. Here's another sporting goods items. This was a pair of Graf brand hockey skates. I had never heard of Graf hockey skates before. Mostly you find CCM, Reebok, and a couple other brands. So I looked it up and found that this is one of the top brands out there, I guess. This pair was literally brand new. I don't know if they were ever used. No box, but just the skates by themselves. Ended up being a sale going through GSP, the global shipping program, and went over to Russia. So obviously somebody over there knew that they were good skates. And it's another item that I got over $100 for. These went for $129.99 shipped. Now again, with global shipping, you just ship it to Kentucky and they ship it off to the customer. I think I paid about $20 for this pair of skates. 14. This is an item that I picked up at a local sports auction. Now, at this auction, they sell sports items, sports collectibles, pop culture, just about anything collectible. I paid, I think, $10 or $20 for this item. I don't remember exactly. Either way, it wasn't a whole lot, but I knew it was a good pickup. This is a vintage catcher's chest protector and mask. Now, there were two different brands, but I comboed them together for one sale, and it's another item that ended up going GSP. This one went over to England. So by comboing them together, I think I ended up getting quite a bit more, and I got $149.99 shipped for this combo. 13. 13 is another sporting goods items. This is a set of Ping G5 irons. I believe it was missing one of them. It was like it was missing the 7 iron or something. But I still sold it as a set, as a lot. I didn't pay too much for it. I think it came in a golf bag that was kind of a junky golf bag. That I just redonated, kept the clubs. I think I paid $10 for it. And it ended up going for $119.99. Number 12. This is an estate sale find. This, in their preview pictures, I saw that they had a lot of sports items and a lot of sports collectibles. It was really on the other side of town for me. It took me about 40 minutes to drive out there in morning traffic, but ended up paying off big time. This is a 1987-88 Fleer basketball set, and what's unique about this is it's the second year card for Michael Jordan. I didn't know that they had this particular set there. It wasn't until I got to the estate sale, checked out the room that had all the sports cards in it. They had a bunch of binders set up for $10 a piece. There was this set, the next year set, and a couple others. Fantastic find for $10. I was blown away when they had this there for that price. I ended up getting $199.99 for this set. The other set that was the next year, I also got $150 for that set. So just that binder alone, I got $350 for a $10 binder at an estate sale. 11. Now 11, we're going to pop the price up a little bit on one of these items a little bit early. This is a really cool item I bought at the local sports auction. It's a Clint Eastwood autographed photo. Now I sold this a while back early in the year, so I don't have a stock picture of it anymore. So I'm just going to have to show you a picture of a random Clint Eastwood photo. The one I sold was a black and white photo, but it was signed in black Sharpie, so it didn't show up great. It was authenticated. I think it was authenticated either by Beckett or JSA. I can't remember which one did this. If it was signed a little bit better or maybe in a little bit different color, I probably could have got even a lot more for this. Still a fantastic signature on a fantastic actor. Clint Eastwood signed items do really well. This one ended up selling for $279.99. Now I did pay $75 for the photo, plus another $10 to get it authenticated. So I had almost $100 into it, but still a fantastic sale at $279.99. All right, we're cracking the top 10. Here is number 10. I can't go without putting a Mike Piazza baseball card in my top 10. If you've watched my video ad nauseum, you've seen me show Mike Piazza cards. I have sold hundreds and hundreds of Mike Piazza cards this year. I bought a huge collection during the summer, spent thousands of dollars on this collection, but it is paid off. This is one of the top cards from that collection. It is a finest gold refractor embossed version of this card. From this set, it's the toughest one you can find. I can't remember if the picture that I have is the actual card or just, I think it's just a comp that I found off of eBay. Now this card wasn't graded, it's not autographed. I paid up for this one when I was buying the collection. I paid $200 or $250 for this particular card, but it ended up selling for $415. I did run it as an auction on eBay. Number 9. Number 9 is a Pendleton Blanket. I don't find a lot of things like this, but this one was in a showcase at a local, we'll call it a mom and pop thrift store. They had $40 on it. I opened it up, checked it out, knew that it was a fantastic blanket. It was brand new. I ended up getting $249.99 for this blanket. Number 8. Number 8 was a really big item that was tough to ship, but definitely well worth the time and effort. I spent at least a half an hour boxing this item up. I can't remember if I have the exact stock photo, but I hope I do. It is a Ferrari poster from a car show that was over in Beverly Hills. It was encased in this big lucite, heavy case. It was, yay big by yay big and weighed a lot. What I did to pack it is I took pool noodles and put it around the edges, put bubble wrap, cardboard, another layer of bubble wrap, and more cardboard. This thing, I protected the heck out of it, but it was going from Arizona all the way to Florida. I needed to make sure it got there safely. I did charge shipping on this. I think I charged $40 shipping, but I think it ended up costing me $45 or $48. I'm fine with eating a few dollars on the shipping on this sale. I ended up selling the poster for $249.99. I found this at a Goodwill in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I paid $12 for it. Number 7. Number 7 was part of a comic book collection that I bought at a local auction. I didn't even know about this set or this movie that was going to be coming out by Marvel, so that's what pumped the price of this one up. It was there was 2 big boxes of vintage comics, $40 a box. I've done over, I think, $600 in total sales so far from that purchase. This is a complete set of the Eternals, issues number 1 through 19, plus an annual. It was right at the right time, shortly after Marvel announced that they would be making a movie. I think it comes out this year in 2020. I ended up getting $299.99 for this complete set. Blown away by the amount of that sale. Number 6. All right, I'm keeping this one out of the top 5 because I'm kind of cheating a little bit on this one. This one wasn't an eBay sale. This was on Amazon. Only reason I'm putting one Amazon, I could do a whole nother video for Amazon sales this year, but I'm just putting one into this one that's supposed to be all eBay items because it's a QuickBooks Pro 2008 edition. When I saw this at the store, I didn't really know it was going to sell for what it scanned for on Amazon. But I listed it, sent it in. It sold FBA a couple months ago, and it went for $499.99. I paid $2.99 for this item. It could be the sale of the year if I was really doing it that way, but this is Amazon, so I'm kind of cheating on my eBay sales video. $500 for this. We're cracking the top 5. Number 5 is going to be this Darth Vader signed poster. Again, this is one of the coolest items of the year. I'm going to say that a lot. I sold so many cool, neat, and unique items this year. I hope 2020 I find just as much. This Darth Vader poster was signed by both David Prowse, the actor, and James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader. Got it authenticated. Now, it did cost me $75 to authenticate this poster. It came with a full letter from JSA or Beckett. I can't remember which authenticated it. I paid $50 for the poster, so I had $125 into it. That being said, I knew I wasn't going to sell it cheap, but I got $299.99 for this poster. They bought it shortly before Christmas. Whether they bought it for themselves or somebody else, I don't know, but I'm very happy somebody got this. Number 4. This is the first one of the sports cards that's in the top 5. The reason I added this one in, not just because it sold for a lot, it was because an item that I found at an estate sale, and I sent it in to PSA for grading. Now, this is a 1981 Topps Joe Montana rookie card. I found several of these sets at a local estate sale. Sent it in for grading. This one came back a PSA 9. Now, if it was a PSA 10, we would have been talking probably $10,000. Mine was a PSA 9. It didn't take long to sell, and I got $649.99 for this card. Grading cost me $10, and I think I paid $10 for the card. So that is definitely one of my biggest sales of the year. Just as a quick side note to that sale, I sent 2 of the rookie cards from that purchase in. That one came back in 9. I also got one back in 8. Just to show you the difference, I got $649 for the 9. Knock it down to a PSA 8. That one went for $149. So you're talking $500 difference just in that one grade. But still, $149 and $649, I'm really happy with that. Number 2. Number 2 was one of those items that I found that I really didn't care if it sold or not. I consider it part of my collection while it was sitting here waiting to be sold. This is a autographed team schedule poster from ASU from 1997, and it was signed by 4 of their top players from that year. It was signed by Jake Plummer, the quarterback, Keith Poole, a receiver, a defensive back that I don't remember his name, and then the top signature on there was Pat Tillman. I'm sure most of you know the Pat Tillman story. He used to play for Arizona State and the Arizona Cardinals before he joined the military, and then unfortunately ended up being killed while he was serving. His autographs go for a lot. Usually they don't go for as much as I got for this, but I waited for the right buyer. This item was authenticated. The poster I paid $200 for, and I paid $75 for the authentication. I had it listed in my store for $1,500 or best offer, and I probably had it for close to a year. Like I said, I didn't really care if it sold. I consider it part of my collection. You can see on the back wall right there, I have a Sports Illustrated framed with his rookie card of Pat Tillman there. I did end up finally taking an offer, and it sold for $800. So I made nearly $500 on this item, but yet I was still a little sad it sold. All right, now before I get to my top sale, I hope you've hung in this long waiting to see number 1. I want to thank you all for watching, checking out my videos. Thank the new subscribers that have hit that button down there. If you haven't already, I just ask that you help me out. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know which one of these was your favorite item. Now for number 1. Number 1 is number 1 because it's the only item that I sold that went for over $1,000 this year. I didn't even know it was going to go for that much when I bought it. I paid $300 for this card. It's a baseball card. Unfortunately, I don't have the exact picture of that card. I'm just going to have to put a comp up here. The one I'm putting is the Michael Jordan version of this card, so it's even worth a lot more. I bought this from the person that I got the Mike Piazza cards from, same part of the collection. I didn't know what to list it for, so I figured I'd list it at auction. I started the auction at exactly what I paid for it, at $300. The first day I had it at auction, someone sent me an offer for $1,200. They sent me an offer for $1,250, and I couldn't pass it up. So $300 into $1,250. I know there's a lot of Ken Griffey Jr. collectors out here. Did I actually even say what the card was? The card was a Skybox Metal Fusion card numbered to 100 or 50. It was numbered to 50. This is one of Ken Griffey Jr.'s rarest insert cards from the 90s. I knew it was going to go for a lot, but I really didn't know if it would go for 500 or if it was going to go for like it did. I could have sold myself short on this. I don't think I did. You see a lot of these out there for sale, a lot of from this set, people asking crazy money, but they're not selling. I'm very happy taking $1,250 for a baseball card. After fees and everything, I'm netting over $800 net profit on one baseball card. Best sale of the year. I was happy to sell it. Ken Griffey Jr. stuff is very collectible when you find his rare cards out there. So that's it. That's my top 20. That's my top 40 for 2019. I'm hoping 2020 is just as great and I can show you even more rare, cool, unique collectibles like I sell on here. Please, again, final time, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down at the bottom and help me grow this channel. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you next time.